I have been losing a lot of TVTs just because I don't know what build I want to do. I've been trying to make a dumb build, but I just keep losing to the standard builds. Good notice a lot of Terran players on the ladder play like absolute psychopaths though. Yo! Moya became a homie because I met him at the Home Story Cup. That's the easiest way to become an official homie. How high are the chances that we're going to see some Penguin Brothers? Pretty high, I would say. If I get a Zerg, I'll do the Penguin Brothers, which is like... if we play 5 games, I would never do such a thing. If we play 5 games, there's probably a decent chance we get 1 Zerg. Is there a new Logitech mouse that I haven't tried yet? I don't know. I'll be honest, I was considering ordering that super overpriced Razer mouse just to see, you know? Maybe there's some secret sauce there. What is it, the signature edition something something? I was actually considering ordering it just because I was like, maybe there's some ultra secret sauce there. I use 800 DPI. I think I have the most standard mouse settings ever. I have 51% in Battle.net, 6 out of 10 in, or was it 6 out of 11 in Windows, and 800 DPI. Fun fact, the first time I went to an international tournament, the Esports World Championship, in 2011, I played on 3200 DPI. So if you guys want to be like me when I was 15, you try that. If you ever remember Bly's generator post, was that when his power died and he had to make this weird setup to be able to play in a tournament? You literally didn't know lower DPI was better. I mean, it's not necessarily better. It's just if you play at, let's say, 1600 or higher, it's pretty hard to be accurate. Well, everyone is like, some people play with 400, and I think like a lot of people play with 400, and I think 400 is insane, for example. So it is kind of personal preference still. I mean, to be honest, I still think the best StarCraft I ever played was when I didn't care about the settings that much, and I just played on suboptimal settings, but I was just completely used to them, you know? Like, whatever works for you. I would say if you play on 3000 DPI, it is very likely to be too high, but still, if it works for you, it works, you know? Oh, dude, but that is because they market... It's so stupid, but that's how they market the mice. There's like... Legit, like, as someone who knows a bit about that, it looks so dumb that companies are like, the new mouse is here, up to 9000 DPI, and I'm just like, who the hell needs 9000 DPI? And it'll be like a gaming mouse, you know? And I'm just like, I guess if you use like what's it, like a beamer, like a projector or something, and you play on like or not play, but like present on like an ultra screen, you could use it. But for a gaming mouse, who the hell needs? I can't even imagine playing with 9000 DPI. Like it's crazy. Yeah, for the trading bros, yeah, exactly. But like, if you buy a gaming mouse that's advertised for having 10,000 DPI and you actually use it, that's next level. I don't know why I'm going Banshees, by the way. I just kind of felt like doing it.
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough.
Have you guys ever been curious about playing StarCraft 2 on like a touchscreen? I have really been curious about that. I don't know exactly why, but something about it just sounds funny to me. You're gonna use all of your 10,000 DPI? I guess you can use 10,000 DPI if you put your in-game sensitivity on like 5%. And the windows on even lower. Like, I don't know, 3 or something. Please die. I know he has a Cyclops. There you go, it's clean. Yeah, exactly, Bart. The weird pens and stuff, you know? I do think... What did Holy Hit get? I think Holy Hit was... pretty decent playing on a freaking DDR mat. if I remember correctly.
Not enough minerals.
And he also played a Thermicub on an iPad. So I guess everything is possible.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, it would be... Okay, it would be very frustrating, but it would be a funny journey to find out what the dumbest piece of equipment is that I could beat a Grandmaster on. Like, I don't know what it would be, but it would be funny. I think there's a decent chance I could beat a good player on like a... Oh, where are you going? Thank you. Oh, that's pain. Ooh, is he dead? I think he might be dead. Oh, that is brutal. He's like, who's this baboon playing Banshees? Actually, it's funny, because didn't he say I was going to play Thor Banshee at the start? I think that's what he said, right? Is this going to be Thor Banshee? Of course, cue me making Banshees. That's not going to die, I think. Oh, it is. Never mind. Turrets are broken. Doesn't have... Oh, he does have one more. I'd like to escape with this guy. Oh, here's another turret. Is there a chance I can juke that? He's going to try drop it. Oh, okay. Still pretty good, though. What if I go double starport now? And instead of Thor Banshee, I just play Banshee. Dude, me playing with my feet was the worst thing ever. I don't know if you remember the result of that, but I lost to the easy AI. Like, legit, I just couldn't do anything. I kept scrolling to the edge of the map by accident, and then not being able to get back for like 20 seconds or something. It's terrible. Get a Banshee into triple Banshee build. See, I need some Vikings, I just don't know how many. How many Vikings would I need? Probably just one reactor or something. Would do the trick, I think. Get you over here. Tackle out on this bad boy. Barracks can spot. Actually, this looks pretty good, you know? He doesn't have that much energy on the Ravens, so he might not be able to break me right away. He's definitely gonna try. Let's see. Oh, the unsiege sighting. Let's go. Let's clutch. I don't know why I'm taking this third base, by the way. I should have just taken the other one. Oh, here we go. I have way more units than him. That's not even close, right? No. Here you go, guys. Triple starport. It always works, man. You see, the moment I went for triple starport, we won the game. That's crazy. If I tried left hand only, that sounds horrible. Zhuge Wasn't Protoss seriously struggling before the patch? I don't really think so. I think it was a Reddit fabrication as well. I think they went from being... I mean, it was probably... I mean, Protoss always had a bit of a problem with being a bit too easy and struggling a bit at like the star level. But I don't know, you could say that it was balanced or whatever, and then after the patch they became pretty freaking OP, yeah. Can I pause the stream? You can watch a VOD if you want, bro. No, tournaments were 80% Protoss before the patch too. Like, this really is... If you believe that Protoss wasn't dominating tournaments before the patch, you've just been lied to. It's just how it is. You go back, tournaments were always 80% Protoss. They were always dominating. They just didn't win because they didn't have a star player. Which they do seem to have now in Hero, and I guess Clem's Protoss, if that counts. But tournaments have been only Protoss for many, many years. And it just comes down to what I said, you know. It's not necessarily the best race at the top level, but they are the easiest at every level up until, like, literally top 10 Grandmaster and maybe even above. So... Yeah, Ghost Nerf did make Terran army smaller. I don't actually know how that impacted stuff, because I don't... I mean, I haven't competed since that, right? So I have no idea if Terran players feel like that's a big deal or not. I wouldn't know. It does sound pretty big, but... Against Protoss, you don't really want to make that many Ghosts anyway, right? Like, you make, like, 4. Let's say you make 5. 5 supply difference. Probably not the worst thing. Against Zerg, I think it's kind of lame because it just makes Terrans camp more. Because against Zerg, you might make 20 Ghosts, and that just means your army is tiny, and then you can do less. Right? So, I think against Zerg, it definitely made Terrans camp even more at that stage.
Not enough minerals.
Clem, Hero, Cero. Yeah. They're the best 3 players by far.
Not enough minerals.
Followed by MaxPax, who is like 4th place by far. And then it's like a bunch of players that are outside chances, you know? I don't think if neither of or none of Clem, Cero, Hero wins EWC, it would be a massive surprise. I don't think that would be a sick upset. I would say there's like a 75% chance plus that one of those guys wins. Maybe even more. But then again, you do have some players that sometimes can make a run like Dark or Rainer or something. Yeah, maybe Maru. Probably not, but maybe. Maru is kind of washed up, but I think there was something with him, right? Like he went to the military for a bit or something, or I don't know what happened with him. But I imagine that now things look fine again and he can get back to practicing seriously. Tomorrow we get forward by Cero. Yeah, but Cero can lose to Clem, right? And honestly, Cero can lose to Hero as well. So that's where it is. Cero or Maru has no chance to beat Cero, but Cero can lose to someone else. Like Gumio won a home story cup where Cero was. You know? So it's like things can happen. It's not all about why am I making Liberator? Oops. It's not all about the head-to-head. It's also about just your general skill against everyone in the field. Maru hasn't played against Clem's toss now. So I'm pretty sure Clem would annihilate him, but yeah, who knows. You know, I do say that, but Clem has struggled a bit against Spirit, who is not typically the best TVP'er, but he does have a different style that's more campy. So if you go off of that, there is a chance that Maru would be stylistically good against Clem's Protoss. It's possible. Yeah, we know we know Maru can camp with the best of them, right? So probably the literal best at that. So it's yo, that's a lot of queens, my man.
Not enough minerals.
Where do I attack? Probably here. It would be sick if he just Evo wild this. That would make a lot of sense, I think. Okay. Oh, look at this draw. Oh, this is nasty. Oh, this is huge. He's forked. He is absolutely forked. Wait, can I maybe sneak these? It's a bit crazy by me, but if it works, it works. Ouchies. Yeah. This is what we call a deep prying. I stopped macro because he thought I was gonna leave, but then he didn't, and I started regretting it. But then he left in the end anyway. Let's go. Yeah, this guy. This was a royal fork. Ouch. I think this was a cool move. I mean, if his links were like on top of these Marines, this probably would have been different. But how do I have more workers than him anyway? That's supposed to be the case this early?